What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 6 team builder to take on Nacho and the Detroit Teravolts. This is an interesting matchup. I actually don't think that I have a super great matchup. Unfortunately for Nacho, he's had a pretty rough start to the season. 1-4 -6. He's picked up a win against Magic, who is the only person lower than him in the conference, standings-wise. So, pretty important win that he picked up. But he's had some pretty close games. He's got a really scary Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and we'll sort of talk about that right now. So let's run through his team. He's got Celesteela, Toxapex, Serena, Chandelure, Uxie, Piloswine, Mega Diancie, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Electivire, and Drampa. He was shopping out Celesteela this week, so I know that he's not a huge fan of the way that his team is playing for him, but I think it might just have some holes that he could patch up somehow. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to move some sprites around on my screen because it turns out my notes are hidden. He has priority in Piloswine with Ice Shard, and I believe that that's it. I don't think anything else gets priority on the team. He has hazards in Toxapex with Toxic Spikes, Uxie with Stealth Rock, Piloswine with Stealth Rock, Mega Diancie with Stealth Rock, and Garchomp with Stealth Rock. Removal option is only Serena with Rapid Spin. He has 4 times weaknesses in Diancie to Steel, Mega Diancie to Steel, sorry, Garchomp to Ice, and Buzzwole to Flying. And that's about it. I'm not expecting Serena, Buzzwole, or Drampa. Buzzwole could come. I really feel like Mega Pinsir kind of just deals with it. He would really have to bring like a Scarf Buzzwole set to be able to do anything, and then even then, I've got Dual Fairy and a Mew, so we'll sort of see if Buzzwole ends up coming. I mean, Como can kind of wall it too, so it's just Stunfisk. There's not a lot that he can do with Buzzwole. Serena, again, another thing I don't think is coming necessarily. Hail is really threatening against him. Mega Pinsir, super big threat. Superior kind of walls it. Stunfisk walls it reasonably well. Hail, that I mentioned Hail. Rotom-Heat too. So I don't really see Serena coming. And Drampa, I think, just has a weird matchup this week, and Hail sort of threatens it enough. Garchomp's actually on my maybe list. I think Garchomp puts in a lot of work against me offensively, but defensively it lacks a lot this match. It's going to be hard pressed to live a hit if it comes in. Mega Diancie's coming for sure. Celesteela, Toxapex, both of them coming for sure. I'm pretty sure Chandelure's coming. Pretty sure Uxie's coming. And then he's sort of picking between Garchomp, Piloswine, and Electivire for the last one. I would be really happy to not see the Celesteela, although I don't think that there's a chance of that happening. I'm pretty sure Celesteela's coming to stop the Alolan Ninetales and the Alolan Sandslash. It kind of hardwalls Alolan Sandslash, unfortunately, unless I ran Darkinium Z, which isn't really a viable option this week. Actually, it's an okay option. Excuse me, but I wouldn't want to burn it on Celesteela. I want to burn it on something like Uxie. So he's definitely going to bring a Rocker, and I'm bringing removal for that in case I can, in case I can get rid of it. But we'll sort of talk about my team now. He's got no Defogger, so I get 8 turns of Aurora Veil every time I set it up for completely free. And that's going to be the goal of this game, is to get Aurora Veil up, chip his team down a lot with whatchamacallit, with prior damage. Prior damage, that's not what I'm talking about. With chip damage. So, things like Hail, things like Burns, which we'll talk about later, things like Toxics, potentially. I don't think I'm actually running Toxic on anything. No, I am, actually. I am. Things like Stealth Rocks, all of those things. I am bringing Defog because he's got a lot of Stealth Rockers, and I don't like... My team doesn't like Toxic Spikes either, so we're going to try and get rid of those if I can as well. But the Veil is going to be really key. Freeze Dry is there for the Toxapex, although it's going to absolutely obliterate the Garchomp as well. Potentially, he could be Yache Berry, which would make a lot of sense against my team, so I'm probably just going to Moonblast it instead of Freeze Dry it the first time. Moonblast is there for the Buzzwole as well. It's going to hit the Serena ridiculously hard, so is Freeze Dry. It's going to hit... Freeze Dry is going to hit a little bit harder, I think. Moonblast there for the Piloswine. Excuse me, both of them are hitting Drampa as well. Moonblast there for the Electivire and for the Mega Diancie, which is probably going to one-shot me with the Diamond Storm anyways. Yeah, Nasty Plot in case I can set up on something later behind Veil. I don't know. I'm not running Life Orb, so it's not going to make a whole lot of a difference, but we'll sort of see how it goes. We're running a lot of speed on here. This is enough speed to outrun Garchomp. His fastest thing is Mega Diancie. Garchomp is his second fastest. And then it's Uxie Electivire, so he's got some whack speed tiers, but that's sort of how we're playing around this. Is with the Alolan Ninetales this game. Max HP, just to be able to get up more Aurora Veils, take more hits, and get more Aurora Veils up as the game progresses. And a little bit of special attack investment just to get a little bit more out of the Moonblast. Space 81 special attack isn't great, just like Ben was saying in his game. Although Specs Ninetales almost tore him to shreds. Next up is Stunfisk. We'll bring Denny with the static ability, Leftovers with Stealth Rock, Discharge, Earth Power, Toxic. I'm hoping that this can pretty much walls Buzzwole for the most part. It walls Serena. It can wall the Electivire as well. And it can kind of wall a Garchomp. It can kind of wall a Mega DNC. Excuse me. And it walls, Celesteela. It walls Celesteela as well. So I like the idea of Stunfisk this week. It's a reliable rock setter for me. Discharge for some paralysis. That's my thing. I paralyze people. What are you going to do about it? Karma bit me in the ass against Ben, but I'm not going to stop paralyzing people. Earth Power is there for the things that can switch in on Discharge, aka Electivire, aka Garchomp. And then I've got Toxic there to wear some stuff down as well. Specifically, Piloswine is what I think I'm going to be able to Toxic, because I'm not doing a whole lot of damage to the Piloswine anyways, so I'd rather put it on a timer. Or I can burn it, and we'll talk about Rotom-Heat next, I guess. And we'll just move you in front of Melodic so that we're not out of order. We're doing Defog with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Will-O-Wisp. I didn't really need more coverage than this. I don't want Chandelure switching in on an Overheat for free. And Thunderbolt, 2 shots, Celesteela, max HP Celesteela anyways, with no investment. We're actually running Modest Max, so we're going to do a shitload of damage to things with that. Volt Switch for good momentum. He can't really bring in Piloswine or Garchomp on me, knowing that I have Will-O-Wisp. If he doesn't know that I have Will-O-Wisp, then, I don't know, do whatever, right? Electivire trying to switch in on an electric attack, it's going to catch a Will-O-Wisp as well. Obviously I can't touch that, but I can Will-O-Wisp it and go out into the Stunfisk. Max HP, max special attack. I didn't really see that max HP, max defense was doing a whole lot for me. What is going to kill me is a Stone Edge from Buzzwole, Garchomp, or Electivire. But I don't know if they can. I don't know if you can reliably run Stone Edge. Excuse me. I think Garchomp would probably more likely click a Dragon move on me, and Buzzwole would more likely click a Fighting move on me. So it's really only Electivire that's going to be in that sort of situation, because they obviously can't click Earthquake when I'm Levitating Mon. He has no Mold Breaker Mons to abuse with that. Pardon me. We're running a tiny bit of speed to outrun No Speed Buzzwole, or a Buzzwole creeping over No Speed Rotom-Heat, which I think could make a lot of sense, actually. Or he could creep over like No Speed Mew or something like that, so I don't know. That's Rotom-Heat. Then we'll bring Melodic, another wall-ish kind of thing this week. Fully physically defensive, a little bit of special attack investment. Scald, Recover, Hidden Power, Electric, and Ice Beam. He has no Defog to abuse competitive with, so I'm not bringing that. And I can't really do much except for like Moonblast drops from Mega DNC, which is not reliable. Attack drops from Serena maybe with Chop Kick. I don't know if he would run Chop Kick or Power Whip. He seems like the kind of guy who would run Power Whip anyways. Scald is there for really good stab. It hits a lot of his team. Ice Beam is going to hit the Serena and the Garchomp and the Drampa, all of which are his some of his water resist, and then his other water resist is the Thingamajigger, the Toxapex, which I have a Hidden Power Electric for. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot, but at the very least I can sort of get a Hidden Power Electric off on it and get some damage there. HP Electric is going to hit the Celesteela okay as well. I'm going to try and get burned on Melodic as soon as I can so that the Celesteela can't Toxic me, which I would imagine is going to be a setup. Celesteela doesn't make a ton of sense against me, more like a walling set that can Heavy Slam over and over again and Leech Seed and Toxic things. Probably with Flamethrower. I would think Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, Toxic, Flamethrower would be a set. That's kind of what I have in mind. Or like an Air Slash instead of Toxic, maybe? Probably. That would make a lot of sense, so that Como can't just set up on it for free. So that's Melodic. I don't know. Physically defensive. I don't think it's going to get a kill this week, but it's going to get a lot of chip damage off on things. He doesn't have a lot of stuff with reliable recovery, which is nice. He's got the Toxapex with Recover, Serena with Synthesis, and like a Buzzwole with Drain Punch, I guess. So that's kind of what he's limited to, which means I can get a lot of chip damage off, and you'll sort of see we have a late game sweeping Mew in the back that I'm going to work with there. Superior running an Assault Vest set with Contrary. This is Assault Vest set is to handle the Mega Diancie, because I really didn't have anything else for it, and potentially like a specially offensive Uxie. He doesn't have the most special team, he's very physically offensive, but we can also handle a Drampa set with this as well. Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Dragon Pulse, and Knockoff. Leaf Storm for the boosts, pretty free boosts on things like the Talk specs. Giga Drain is there for recovery. Things like Mega Diancie do not appreciate either a Leaf Storm or a Giga Drain. He's actually probably forced out by that, because he will have no idea what my set is, and even if I'm Assault Vest, he won't know if I'm max speed, which I'm running a ton of speed, and I'm running all the speed for the Diancie. We outspeed Diancie. Dragon Pulse is there for the Garchomp, because I'm not packing HP Ice. I actually figured Dragon Pulse was going to be better than HP Ice to hit the Garchomp and the Drampa, and Dragon Pulse is going to be good neutral damage against a lot of the rest of his team. He's only got the Celesteela and the Mega Diancie to switch into that. Celesteela we can kind of just keep boosting on, to be honest, and then Dragon Pulse our way through because it doesn't get recovery, and it can't Leech Seed my Superior. And then Knockoff is there almost entirely just for the Chandelure, but I can knock off some items like a Violites and Uxie's item and whatever, which would be kind of cool. Again, I'm running all that speed from Mega Diancie, running a max HP to boost the Assault Vest a little bit, and then running a little bit of special attack investment just to get more out of my Leaf Storm boosts. Last but not least is Sweep Mew. This week we're bringing Psyche MZ Mew with Rock Polish, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Flamethrower. I just realized my team is entirely specially offensive, and this should maybe be physical. Wow. Huh. That's not the greatest thing to run into here. Do you get Shadow Claw? Because I could still make this work with a physical set. It would just be super weird. Yeah, there's Shadow Claw, so it does get Shadow Claw. I mean, a special set it's going to be doing more is the thing, and I kind of want the special set to deal with Talk Specs and Buzzwole. So we're just going to stick with special. We're just not going to have a physical threat this week. Oh my god, I didn't bring one physical threat. I really hope that he's not like Spidef Uxie or Spidef Celesteela. This is going to be so bad. I'm not confident in my matchup anyways, but like this is going to be so bad. If we get a Rock Polish up, I'm running 60 speed, modest. This will let us outspeed Scarf Garchomp, which is the fastest thing on his team potentially. Sorry. We'll most likely be outspeeding... Oh no, we're 100% outspeeding Celesteela at +2 after Rock Polish as well. Max speed Celesteela hits 243 and we hit 251, so we're 100% outspeeding everything on his team at +2. We're running modest max special attack, a lot of HP investment, and then I want an odd value, so we have 4 in defense. Psychic hits things, a lot of stuff neutrally, bar Celesteela, Uxie, and Chandelure, I believe. Psyche MZ is there mostly to either break through Spidef Talk specs or blow back a Garchomp / Mega Diancie / Piloswine. That's kind of what the Psyche M is there for. Probably Mega Diancie because it's not going to take a whole lot of damage from the rest of my stuff, and I need it to be chipped down like pretty badly. He can bring in Mega Diancie on my Stunfisk rocks pretty safely, so I have to be worried about that, although he does have to Mega Evolve to get the Magic Bounce off. Flamethrower is there to cover the Celesteela, Shadow Ball is there to cover the Chandelure and the Uxie. And yeah, that's kind of the team. So I'm hoping Psyche MZ Mew can break through some stuff. I was initially going with Ghosty MZ Mew, which I didn't really need, and I don't want to blow Fiery MZ on Chandelure switching in on the Celesteela. And Fiery MZ actually doesn't do a whole lot against his team anyways. So that's the roster. Hopefully it works out for me. Hopefully we can pick up another win and move to 5-1. We play Nacho this week, and I will catch you guys for the match.